Should you renovate your home before selling in Westford? It is one of the most common questions we get from homeowners, and the answer might just surprise you.
So before you remodel, make sure you read this.
Many sellers assume they need to spend tens of thousands of dollars updating kitchens, bathrooms, and floorings before putting their home on the market. But in many cases, that's simply not true.
In fact, some renovations can actually cost more than the value they actually add. Today, we're going to break down what improvements are worth considering before selling and what projects you should avoid and how to maximize your sale price without overspending.
If you're new here, we're Leah, Paglia, and Tricia Eggert with the Reliable Results team of Coldwell. We've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes throughout Westford and the surrounding communities.
And one thing we've learned is that every home is different. What makes sense for one seller may not make sense for another. And that's why we always start with a customized strategy instead of a one-size-fits-all approach.
Let's talk the biggest mistake sellers make. The biggest mistake we see sellers make is assuming they need to fully renovate their home before listing it. We've met homeowners who were planning to spend $50,000 to $75,000 or even over $100,000 on renovations because they thought buyers wouldn't be interested otherwise.
The reality is that buyers don't always pay dollar for dollar for major renovations. A brand new $80,000 kitchen doesn't automatically increase your home's value by $80,000.
In many cases, buyers would rather choose their own finishes, colors, and styles rather than pay extra for updates that aren't exactly what they want.
So let's talk about what improvements are usually worth it. When we're preparing a home for sale, we focus first on improvements that create the biggest visual impact.
Fresh paint is one of the biggest investments a seller can make. Neutral colors help buyers focus on the home itself rather than the personal decorating choices.
So we are also frequently recommending decluttering, deep cleaning, improving lighting, updating hardware, touching up trim, and refreshing the landscaping.
These projects are typically much less expensive than major renovations, but can dramatically improve a buyer's first impression.
So professional staging is another area where we often see a strong return. Buyers need help visualizing how rooms can function and how the space feels.
There are situations when renovations absolutely make sense.
If a home has significant deferred maintenance, damaged flooring, outdated paint, broken fixtures, or obvious issues that buyers immediately notice, addressing these concerns can be extremely beneficial.
Sometimes we recommend replacing old carpeting, updating worn countertops, or making minor bathroom improvements when the condition of those areas could negatively affect buyer perception.
And the key is understanding which improvements will help your specific home compete in today's market and which ones are unlikely to provide any type of a meaningful return. A great example is a recent home we sold here in Westford.
Rather than recommending a complete renovation, we focused on strategic updates that would have the biggest impact.
The sellers completed fresh paint, made a few targeted improvements, refreshed key areas of the home, and allowed us to stage the property professionally.
The result was stronger buyer interest, more showings, and ultimately a successful sale without taking on a major renovation project.
So let's talk about what the market is saying now in 2026. Today's buyers are still looking for homes that feel move-in ready, but that doesn't necessarily mean fully renovated.
Buyers want most is a home that feels well-maintained, clean, bright, and cared for.
In many Westford neighborhoods, we're seeing buyers prioritize location, lot size, floor plans, schools, and overall condition far more than whether every finish is brand new.
If you're wondering whether you should renovate before selling your home, don't guess.
Before you spend thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars on improvements, let's have a conversation.
We'll walk you through your home, discuss buyer's expectation, review what competing homes are doing, and help you determine which projects are worth investing in.
So if you're thinking about selling in Westford, Chelmsford, Littleton, Acton, Groton, or the surrounding communities, call the Reliable Results team at 978-496-8695.
And it'll help you create a plan designed to maximize your sale price while avoiding unnecessary expenses.
So before you remodel, make sure you read this.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.